We started today, like so many others, when we were really looking upwards to the skies, expecting a show of fireworks from North Korea. That didn't come, and instead, suddenly diplomacy is laid on the table in front of everyone. You know, the U.S., as you just heard right there, Secretary Kerry talking in strong terms, certainly, but he also backed up a little bit, saying that President Obama had ordered that some of the maneuvers that they're doing with the South Koreans be scaled back or canceled altogether. That is a fig leaf that's out there, a piece, an olive branch, if you will, that could help North Korea to back down a little bit in all of this. They hate these joint maneuvers. But at the same time, Mr. Kerry said the ball at this point is really in Kim Jong-un's court.
It's up to Kim Jong-un what he decides to do. It's not going to change our current position, which is very, very clear. We will defend our allies. We will stand with South Korea, Japan, and others against these threats, and we will defend ourselves. And Kim Jong-un needs to understand, as I think he probably does, the outcome of a conflict would be.
Now, earlier, he mentioned Japan there, Christy. Earlier, North Korea issued a threat to Japan that it would be the first one it attacked if it didn't, if it carried through on its threat. Japan had said that if North Korea fires missiles over its territory, they will be shot down. A very strong, fiery message there sent off to Japan, threatening it today. Much less talk about the missiles and Kim Jong-un's ballistic capabilities.
So more warnings, more threats from North Korea this day. Diplomacy in action with the U.S. Secretary of State. They're in Seoul. The NATO chief is also in Seoul. What is he saying about the North Korean threat and how it pertains to the alliance?
Well, he said, you know, they're very clear. They've come here to consult with the South Koreans, like-minded people. He talked to President Park Geun-hye. He said she appeared very open to talks with the North Koreans to carry it through if that will advance the cause of peace here. But he's frankly concerned because the missile technology being developed in North Korea is shared with countries like Iran, and that threatens the NATO sphere of influence. Here's what he had to say.
Obviously, proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and their means of delivery, that is, missiles, constitute a real threat also to populations in NATO countries. But let me stress that I'm not here because NATO has any intention to engage as an alliance in this part of the world. We don't.
What we do is we do look forward to seeing what comes out of Secretary Kerry's visit to Beijing. You know, that pullback on the maneuvers that was ordered by President Obama is something that China had hinted that it would like to see. That's already done, taken care of. Now we'll see what happens in Beijing, which is the next stop for the U.S. Secretary of State.